office. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Let me save you that.
Hey, we just got done walking through with the owners. They are happy, finally. The owners acquired this property, and they had a contractor already that they had started to engage, but he went ghost on them, as contractors typically do. And so they needed somebody to come in and bring it to completion. So once we got a hold of it, we re-estimated it for them, tried to stay inside their budget. We did a really good job of staying inside what they had already slated for the project so that they wouldn't have to, restart financing conversations. We are about a month and a half over schedule on this one, but we also had some pretty significant foundation challenges. This house is really, really old. This house is probably 125 years old at this point. And so we ran into some really unexpected foundation issues. And of course, with an old house, you get surprises. So every time you think you're done, something else pops up. So this is a duplex. It's tiny. The kitchen is micro, is what I like to call it. But this is the living room, I would say. And one of the things that we did, because the house is so small, you'll notice that the trim is dark and the doors are dark and the walls and ceilings are all the same color. We did that to try and gain some optical space. The units are small, right? There's not really much you can do about that unless you're willing to blow out center walls and make it one unit, and that's not what they were interested in. And so we used color to try and gain visual space so it didn't feel so small. Because there's small and then there's cramped, right? We did our best to make it feel bigger. And now we're in the kitchen. So one of the things about this kitchen that I was extremely aware of in the beginning is that we were gonna have to make use of the space that we had, which wasn't a lot. I wasn't quite sure how we were gonna get it done. But I chose this time to use IKEA cabinetry because it gave us like an opportunity for a modular kind of concept, more European concept, I'll say. And so we made use of open shelving and again, some color to make it not feel so cramped. We also used much smaller appliances than normal. So this is really like an apartment size fridge and a smaller stove. I wanna say it's like 27 inches or something like that. But again, the use of color and a European feel to make the kitchen work, whereas we may not have been able to make it work as well with more traditional stock cabinets. I use a lot of drawers in here in order to get them more storage space, and the open cabinetry I'm really happy about. This is the only bathroom in the unit. We've got laundry here. We're also gonna make use of our space-saving opportunities by using a 2-in-1 washer-dryer combination that is still in transit on its way here. We were supposed to get it today, but such is life post-COVID. And then this is our bathroom. Again, it's small, but we used color to brighten it up. Luckily, we have a window, so we have a lot of natural light in the bathroom, which you don't usually have in a bathroom. We brought the vanity off the floor in order to gain, just optical space. When something is sitting on the floor, it takes up visual space. And so we were able to utilize this feature of the IKEA vanity to, give us some little bit more visual space. Ready to go upstairs?
Absolutely.
All right. So the stairs are a pretty unique feature in the house. Again, it's a small staircase. It feels more like a ladder than a staircase, but watch your step. So believe it or not, the closets in this duplex were as micro as the kitchen. And so we made the choice to use some of the square footage of the bedroom to get us more closet space. Everybody is not gonna have the same approach or the same opinion, but based on the owner's original plans for the property, they were hoping to target young professionals, single, maybe living with a roommate, maybe living alone, something like that. What we understand is that closet space is a priority for somebody in that demographic. We gave up a little bit more floor space for the closet space, and now it's a proper walk-in closet. Come see. Okay, maybe not a walk-in closet, but it's closer than it was before. And same here. And again, the tiny closets were just a feature of houses built in this era. And so we got to make do with what we got to make do with. So we got this unit here. Again, it's mostly a mirror image. Some of the features are different, but you're gonna see the same kind of spatial dynamic. It is small, but we do have a nice little brick faux fireplace that we made use of. The kitchens in this 2 duplexes are just laid out differently. They're not the same, even though the setup is mostly a mirror image. So we had to think through how to use each space individually. And if anybody has ever dealt with IKEA kitchens before, you'll know that it's a pretty involved process to build a kitchen with IKEA cabinets. They don't come assembled, you have to assemble them in the space. And also there are a million different ways to put a kitchen together at IKEA, which is great, but also a challenge. I personally spent many hours making sure that each individual kitchen worked for the space that it was in. I'm really proud of how it came out. Hopefully, you know, the intended owners are too, that they like it, but you know, it was a labor of love getting these small, what I call micro kitchens to work. And then we've got the bathroom that's also a little different. We chose to go with the floor mount on this one just because it's the same exact vanity, which again shows you how versatile IKEA furniture and bathroom and kitchen stuff is. We actually had to mount this one on the floor because of how the plumbing was roughed in. We couldn't mount it on the wall without too much fuss. And this house has already been quite the fuss. This one is a literal spitting image of its counterpart over there, over there. This one is a little different because of the way the closet was built previously. There were 2 openings, and so we just kind of kept that as opposed to creating one big opening or one offset opening. We just kept the 2. There's a little pass-through in there for a little extra storage, but other than that, and this is by far the smallest closet across all 4. But again, you make do with the space that you have. We actually extended this wall all the way to the window in order to get the space that we do have. So imagine how small it was before. Okay, thank you guys so much for joining me at South Alabama Street. We look forward to whoever ends up with this home enjoying it very much. It was a challenge, but it was also a really fun project to work on, and we're happy to see it wrap up. So thank